The Energy We See, A Look at Light by Jennifer Boothroyd. You see light all around you, but where does most light come from, and how does it travel? We have our table of contents over here on the right. What is light is on page 4. How light travels is on page 10. Light stops here is on page 14. Just passing through is on page 18. Colors is on page 23. You have an activity on page 28, your glossary, where you're going to find your definitions, what other books you can read, and an index is on page 32. So our heading says, what is light? Light is a form of energy. It is an important part of life on this planet. On page 4, I see the picture of the flowers, and the caption says, light helps plants grow. They do need sunlight to grow. On page 5, most of the light on Earth comes from the sun. The sun is a natural source of light. Fireflies and lightning are also natural sources of light. Fire gives off natural light as well. This is on page 6. So there's a picture of two girls, it looks like with their parents, and they're having a campfire. And I know that because, well, I can see the sticks with the marshmallows and then the fire with the wood, but also because the caption at the bottom says, this campfire is a natural light source. Now on page 7, people have created ways to produce light. This is called artificial light. So it's man-made light. This boy here is reading a book and he needs the light from the lamp to be able to read. The caption on page 7 says, Jacob's reading lamp gives off artificial light. On page 8, long ago people used candles or oil lamps for light. So here you see a picture from a long time ago when all they had was a candle or an oil lamp to be able to read and have light. The caption at the bottom says, a young man reads by candlelight in the 1600s. That was 400 years ago. Long time ago. On page 9, these days electricity is mostly used to create light. Light bulbs, flashlights, and TV screens give off light. So you see the boys in there in front of the television, and you can see how bright that light is. It's coming off of the television. Page 10, a new heading, How Light Travels. Light energy travels in waves. Light waves move in straight lines until they hit an object. So you see a picture of the Earth. The caption says, nothing moves faster than light. Light from the sun takes only 8 minutes to reach Earth. On page 11, the light bounces off the object. This is called reflection. You see the picture of the two girls playing ping pong. And the caption that's in yellow says, light waves move like ping pong balls. They bounce off objects and keep moving. On page 12, it says, all objects reflect light. We're able to see things because the light bounces off the object and back to our eyes. So here we see a picture of a girl. She's reading the book, so she's known as a viewer. There's a label to label her as a viewer. The book is labeled as the object, and the flashlight is labeled as the light source. So the caption at the bottom says, light bounces off of this book. So the light comes out of the flashlight, hits a book, and goes to their eyes. On page 13, smooth and shiny objects reflect light well. Objects that reflect light well give off reflections. Reflections let us see what is nearby. So you see the girl looking in the mirror, and the caption says, mirrors give off reflections. On page 14, we have a new heading. It says light stops here. Some objects are made from opaque materials. Opaque materials stop light waves from moving through them. So you see the boy with the blindfold on, and the caption says, Lewis can't see through this opaque blindfold. He can't see it all. When it covers his eyes, it blocks all the light. On page 15, shine a small flashlight toward the wall in a dark room. Then cover the lit end of the flashlight with a book. The light will no longer shine on the wall. The opaque book will block the light. Page 16. Next, hold a pencil in front of the lit end of the flashlight. You'll see a dark area on the wall in the shape of the pencil. This is the pencil's shadow. So you see them holding the pencil against the wall, shining the flashlight on it, and that shadow that's created on the wall. On page 17, when an object blocks light, it makes a shadow. Bigger objects make bigger shadows. Smaller objects make smaller shadows. So in the picture, you see the girl with maybe her mom or her grandmother. And the caption at the bottom in purple says, the shadow of a large tree provides shade on a hot day. So they don't have to be in the sun, they're in the shade on the swing. Page 18 is a new heading, just passing through. Other objects are made from transparent materials. Transparent materials let light pass through them. Glass is a transparent material. So you see the boy looking through the window that's made of glass, and he can see out and see everything that's on the outside of his house. The caption says we can see clearly through a glass window. Put a piece of clear plastic wrap over the flashlight and point the flashlight at a wall once again. Light moves all the way through the transparent plastic wrap, so there shouldn't be any light blocked from that plastic wrap. Page 20. Translucent materials let only some light pass through. We can't see clearly through them. This lampshade is translucent. Only some of the light, in the caption, only some of the light from this light bulb shines through the lampshade. Page 21, the speed of a light wave changes when it passes through some materials. This change makes the light bend or refract. Bent light can play tricks on our eyes. So we see the water with the fish inside, and the caption says, water in this stream refracts light. The fish are to the side of where we see them. That's what makes it hard. If you took like a spear or something and tried to kill a fish, it's difficult. On page 22, look at the spoon in this glass of water. The handle looks broken because the water refracts the light. So if you look at the picture, there's a spoon there in the clear glass, and it looks like the spoon is in two different parts. And the caption says, the spoon is still in one piece. It's just our eyes are playing tricks on us because of the refraction of the light. On page 23, we have a new heading that says colors. The light we see looks white, but is actually a mix of 7 colors. So here we see the rainbow, and that's actually from the sunlight, and the water particles act like something called a prism that separate all the different light spectrums within the white light, color spectrums. On page 24, when light is bent, you can see the different colors. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet create white light together. Page 25, light lets us see the color of an object. Try getting dressed in the dark. Can you tell the difference between your black and brown shoes or your blue and gray socks? Page 26. We can see an object's color because the object only reflects light of that color back to our eyes. The other colors do not bounce off the object. So the green grass, in the caption with the girl playing with the ball, says the green grass reflects green light waves. The red ball reflects red light waves. On page 27, the world would be a very boring place without light. So here's your activity. And if you can do this, you should try it out. If you have the materials, it says an indoor rainbow. You can make a rainbow of your own. Give this fun experiment a try. What you need is a white wall or a dry erase board, an old CD, ask an adult to help you find one, and a flashlight. And then on page 29, what you do is you stand near the white wall or dry erase board in a dark room. Hold the CD on the blank side, so the blank side faces the wall. Shine the flashlight toward the blank side of the CD. Tip the CD until you can see the rainbow colors on the wall. What's going on? The tiny ridges on the CD are bending the light and splitting it into many colors. Do you want to make more rainbows? Make a mobile by tying a bunch of CDs to a hanger with string. Hang the hanger near a sunny window. Watch the rainbows flash around the room. And then last, our glossary. So artificial, and it's going to remember these important words and their definitions. Artificial, not natural or made by people. Electricity, a form of energy used to run motors and produce light. Energy, a form of power that makes machines work and produces heat. Natural, found in nature and not made by people. Opaque, not letting light through. Reflect, to bounce back. Refract, to bend. Shadow, a dark area made by an object blocking light waves. Translucent, allowing some light to pass through. Transparent, allowing all light to pass through. And wave is a vibration of energy that travels through air or water.